My name is Armando Monarrez, and I have been working with clay for approximately 18 years now. I like using clay because it offers me the ability to create something relatively quickly. I'm able to manipulate the material in a way that is very forgiving, although also very unforgiving, as we all know. Um, but it's just very elementary. I mean, it's soil, it's dirt, and I'm able to imagine a form and translate it through my hands in a pretty immediate way. And that's something that really attracted me when I started working with clay 18 years ago, and it's something that is still true today. Um, it's a it's a very satisfying way to creating for me with that material. The show, my work in this show speaks to, in part, to identity, but also to consumer behaviors and the different um, approaches and to market products and objects to people. This work started as part of another project, in appropriation, which initially was to address some of the roadside attractions that have appropriated different ethnic identifiers or stereotypes about racialized people. In this case, the salsa men, this 14-foot tall muffler man that has lived many lives and now lives in Dodge City, Kansas, as a Mexican, and or a depiction of a Mexican. And it really, to me personally, um, popped the question of what is a Mexican supposed to look like, and that idea kept developing into almost like a Mr. Potato Head approach, where uh, is the skin supposed to be a certain color? Are the eyes supposed to be a certain shape? Am I supposed to have a mustache? If so, what is the shape of the mustache? What about the eyebrows? What about the hair? Every element of facial features became a point of negotiation, but also an opportunity to question stereotypes that we have about how people are supposed to look like. And that's how I came up with this idea of a Mexican planter. It's a it's a play on the idea of the roadside souvenir, the sleeping Mexican by the cactus or a little shot glass or anything that you can get as a roadside souvenir and a roadside attraction. And a Mexican planter just makes sense for me. It's inspired by my face since I am Mexican, um, but also really going a little bit deeper and about this idea about what a product used to be versus what a product is now. Also, um, humans are now the ones being bought and sold at the marketplace. Um, our behaviors, consumer behaviors are tracked, they're sold, and now we are the commodity. Um, So there's a lot of different layers about our own behavior as consumers, the value that we now hold for the marketplace as a product ourselves, but also this idea of someone who is racialized being diminished or reduced to stereotypes that have endured for so long, especially out here in North America. So yeah, I wanted to bring a little bit of humor to this idea of a Mexican planter, um, quite literally, uh, a Mexican face as a planter, to bring some lightness to a very heavy, what could be a very heavy topic or conversation when it comes to race and being racialized, particularly in this time in history and in this part of the world. So, yeah, um, there's a lot of layers to the work, but also it is very simple in its presentation. Thank you.